everyone, my name's Beth and I'm the Coordinator of Cultural Services at Hurstville Museum Gallery. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we stand on today and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. So this is Hurstville Museum Gallery and it's part of Georges River Council located in southeastern Sydney. We're a locally focused museum and gallery and as such we work really closely with our community when we're producing our exhibitions and programs. Tonight I thought I'd talk a little bit about our reminiscing sessions, which are programs aimed at seniors groups with dementia that we've been running for about 10 years. We think these programs are a little bit different to others that we run, as the emphasis is not on us to deliver our knowledge, but rather for the participant to share theirs. The reminiscing sessions are based around reminiscence therapy. For the participants, this aims to increase communication and social interaction through the sharing of experiences and also increase feelings of belonging and self-esteem. For the carers, these sessions can help them understand the person's life, leading to a more meaningful contact between each other and help them find connections between that person's past and their present. For us, well, we listen. We ask prompting questions only when we need to. We hear different stories about objects, stories of use, which then help us to interpret these in other contexts. And we build a deeper connection with our community, in particular nursing homes and care groups, who become repeat visitors and often engage with the museum and gallery in other ways. So how does it work? These images are of an outreach session we did for Kogarah Community Services. So groups can ask for us to come to them, or they can choose to attend a session at the museum and gallery. When we're facilitating the sessions, they last for about an hour, and we have a selection of objects from the collection which are safe for handling, generally 5 or 6. We run the sessions for small groups of up to 15 people for an intimate atmosphere, and this allows for everyone to be involved. The aim is for us to do as little talking as possible, but to also support the participants who might be more reserved. It's important to go with the flow. So one memory can trigger many others. If when wearing a fur hat, the person remembers getting dressed up for the movies and that leads to a discussion about favourite films, then that's okay. Whilst most visitation is from the local area, these sessions have also attracted groups from outside our area. Just last month, we hosted a group from Parramatta with participants who had many family carers, and the people had varying degrees of dementia. So carers are often from institutions, so this was different as it led to a cross-generational sharing of memories. One lady in this group, when looking at photographs of early shops, remembered her father had once owned a flower shop and delivered flowers to restaurants. She told the group she hadn't thought about that in a very long time, and the look on her face clearly showed her excitement about rediscovering this memory. Alternatively, we have reminiscing kits, which groups can hire and then facilitate these sessions themselves. We've got 3 different kits available. So the hat is from Put Your Glad Rags On, which contains items of clothing from the 30s to the 60s, such as evening wear, everyday items, as well as things about taking care of clothes. Knitting patterns can bring back memories of who taught you to sew, baby booties, memories of children, and special occasion outfits can trigger memories of first dates and the etiquette of the day. Young at Heart takes participants back to the days of their childhood through toys, objects, games and photographs. We encourage the participants to play jacks or marbles and remember the rules of how these games were played. Discussions are about what they did for fun, school experiences, favourite toys or old nursery rhymes. And At the Shops evokes memories of shopping and socialising, ice-cold milkshakes and the music played at the local milk bar, shop windows with the latest fashions of the day, magazines and the taste of castor oil or tobacco. When selecting our objects, we try to choose things common enough that participants would recognise, but still something they haven't seen in a while. They're also durable enough to be handled, and if they can provide different textural sensations, then that's also a bonus, as it can trigger another line of memories. So one issue we did start to notice was the need to move our kits and objects forward in time, as a lot of our objects related to the 30s and 40s, and these people are now in their 80s and 90s. So the memories became less about their experiences, but more about their memories of their parents. The Georges River area is also a very multicultural area, and the majority of our collection relates to domestic Australian life in the 30s and 60s. So depending on when migration might have occurred, they might not remember the items in the same way, and so this is used as a teaching opportunity for other members of the group to the person. Reminiscing sessions can empower participants to share memories and give them a space to reflect in a supportive environment. For us, these sessions aren't so much about visitor numbers or income, as they are about supporting a section of our society that is often overlooked. The Georges River Council strategic plan highlights that we should create inclusive and accessible events to actively connect council to individuals, community groups and businesses, with the aim that the community is socially and culturally connected, in order to ensure the well-being of our community. Other groups such as Three Bridges are working towards creating age and dementia inclusive neighbourhoods. They're building relationships with local clubs, schools, councils and the community, and have been really strong supporters of our reminiscing sessions and the roles that these programs play in our space. They've also partnered with Hurstville Westfield to enable people living with dementia to be more independent when visiting the centre, and as such we've trialled our reminiscing sessions for Seniors Week at Westfield. Whilst this didn't garner the same level of interaction and engagement as our regular reminiscing sections, it still triggered the recollection of memories from passers-by and increased exposure of the program. Due to the success of our reminiscing sessions, we've developed tactile tours to help bring our exhibitions to life through sound, smell and touch. And these exhibitions are aimed at people with low mobility or vision impairment. So the TV showed old newspaper clips and advertisements reminding participants of the introduction of colour television. So we feel our reminiscing programs clearly demonstrate the value of a community museum, and every time we run one, we think that they're unique and emotional experiences. If the status quo is that museums are the keepers of knowledge and that museum goers are the audience and come to learn, then this is where we are disruptive. An audience traditionally marginalised and disempowered due to their age and condition, they become the people at the centre of this educative experience, a participant-led discussion focused not around the history of the object, but this experience associated with.